Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video to JMA Friday for today's second video. So as was on Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month ahead with Japanese and CFS B2 models. And I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say about the first video says our 6 AM UK weather forecast. Not sure if we're live tonight with the pub run or not. Just watch this space. I'll let everybody know on the socials received. I'm sounding quite a bit better with the voice and throat bow. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be alright to go live. I had the day off yesterday. I was mute, completely silent all day, didn't utter a word until late on anyway when I had to call the 6 AM broadcast. So I think that's helped a little bit with the throat and the voice. But I'll let everybody know a little bit later on how we're looking for Pub Run Live. Right, anyway, let's go on with JMA Friday. So this is the 500 millibar height anomaly from the Arctic and the North Pole view down. There's the North Pole just there, got the wider Arctic circle around there, and then the mid-latitudes are through here. So blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure, yellow, orange and red, to above average heights, which is high pressure. These are broken down into week periods. The first week period takes from today, but through to the 17th of January. But next week sees high pressure in control and in the ascendancy, so a lot of dry weather to come. And after a cold start, we should see things getting a bit milder next week. Week 2 is the 17th, 24th of January. This looks definitively mild with high pressure to our south and east. Low pressure is away up here and the jet stream being pushed away to our north as well. So dry and very mild there potentially. And of course there could be frost and fog and that sort of thing in the south anyway. And then weeks 3 and 4, 24th of January to the 7th of February, looking mild with high pressure generally set to south and low pressure is away to the northwest, probably turning more unsettled, especially so in the north and west, but mild with winds coming in from off the Atlantic there. So let's have a look at the tropical and mid-latitude view. We can't see Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all those areas off the chart up here. However, we've had a look at that view down, so we know what's going on. Reminder of the week 1, 500 millibar high tsunami with high pressure right over top UK and Ireland. Temperature anomalies then are coming out mildest to the north and west, interestingly, rather unusually. A little bit cooler down to the south, and over on the continent, it is actually still quite cold in the next week. And it's largely on the drier side as well, although northern Scotland is a little bit wetter. Week 2 is the 17th to the 24th of January, with high pressure again centred to the south. The jet stream is going up there. Temperature anomalies in week 2 are milder.
USDM week January the 24th to the 30th was dominated by an upper level ridge of high pressure that was responsible for above normal temperatures across the US and well into Canada.
Okay. What the heck was that? At this point, I should stop JMA Friday and do it again. But I'm going to leave that in, I think. What the heck was that? Alexa, what are you doing?
I thought I heard a question. Want to know exactly what
Alexa,
I heard?
stop. Blimey, I don't know. Right, where was we? There we go. That's that's my mum, Mrs. P's Alexa, chiming up. I don't believe it. Right, where was I? So we've got a mild of an average week to come there in week 2. What's the temperature doing? Precipitation, I should say. Right, that's throwing me off my stride. It's wetter than average just to the north and west and dry than average down in the south. Okay, so weeks 3 and 4 be the 24th of January to the 7th of February. High pressure is to the south, low pressure is away to the northwest. And again, we bring those winds up from a southwesterly direction. Temperature anomalies in weeks 3 and 4 are above average from the end of January into early February, and it's also turning more unsettled as well, so turning wetter as we get in towards February there. Right, let's see how the CFS compares. So again, these are 500 millibar height anomalies, and we're broken down into weekly periods. The first week period takes us from the 10th to 16th of January, but next week with high pressure over slightly to the west of the country, brings the wind in, perhaps from a chilly northwestern direction. It will get milder, though, next week. So, sorry, everyone, week 2 be the 17th to the 23rd of January. High pressure over and to the east. Again, mostly dry and fine, should be mild. Week 3 will be the 24th to the 30th of January. Low pressure is to the north, high pressure is to the south, and we bring the wind in from a westerly direction, so tell you what, unsettled and should be mild. And then week 4, it's the 31st of January, 6th of February, low pressure towards Green and Iceland, high pressure down towards the Med, bring the wind in from the west. That should be mild and unsettled as well. No sign of a return of cold weather once we get the next few days out of the way. Temperature anomalies for week 1, 10th to the 16th of January. Mild average Scotland Island, still a bit cold out to England and Wales, still quite cold over on the continent. Week 2 is the 17th to the 23rd of January. Now we've got mild of an average. Note, most of Canada, North America looking very, very cold. They're very cold in week, well, America is very cold in week 1 as well. Canada's mild, but by week 2, Canada and North America looking cold. So we're having a really, really cold January over on the other side of the Atlantic. But over on our side of the Atlantic, milder weather is breaking through there. Week 3 is also really cold across central eastern parts of America, while we look mild. And then week 4 rounds it off. It's the 31st of January, 6th of February, still a bit above average. That's not quite as cold over in America. Precipitation-wise, very dry for week 1 for Ireland and the UK. Week 2, 17th, 23rd of January, bit wetter just to our north, bit drier down to our south. Then week 3 looks more unsettled, 24th to the 30th of January, wetter than average to the north. And then finally, week 4, it's the 31st of January, 6th of February. Weekly 6 because we're 4 weeks out, but generally looking wetter than average. So we've got a clear trend with JMA and CFS today, which is for a lot of dry weather to start off with, and starting quite cold, but gradually getting a bit milder up to about middle of January. Mild for the second half of January, and beginning to turn more unsettled later in the month as well, leading potentially to a wet end to January, and early February could be shaping up to be quite wet, but also mild, so maybe an early start to spring. This year when we get into February. We'll have to wait and see about that. But once you get the next few days out of the way, there's no sign of a return to cold weather. Of course, these are weekly anomalies, so within that, could get a few cold snaps here and there lasting a day or two. But like this sustained, prolonged cold spell that we've had since the new year, there's no sign of that coming back once it's out of the way next week. But of course, we'll wait and see. This is just a snapshot of what these two models are showing. They could look completely different when we look at them again next week. And I'm not sure they picked up like the cold spell that we're currently in all that well, 2 or 3 weeks ago, really. So it's a case of just we're keeping a check on what's going on, and we'll keep you informed. Well, we're going to be back a little bit later on with your 10 to 14 day. Come back for that in a bit. But JMA Friday for this week. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.